This week's question of the week is, do you have an attitude problem? Today I'm going to talk a little bit about why attitude is important and what a positive attitude might actually look like. What an attitude is it's an evaluation of something, and it's important because how we evaluate a situation will determine how we react or respond to it, and our behavior in turn determines our results. So what makes a positive attitude, i.e. an attitude that's going to improve our results? Well, I'm not going to try and be comprehensive in such a short video, but I will put forward some elements of what I think and science suggests might be useful ways to evaluate the world, i.e. positive attitudes. The first aspect of a positive attitude I think is important is optimism. Optimism is the belief that things are going to go well. Conversely, pessimism is the belief that things are going to go badly. And we can have optimistic beliefs about ourselves, other people, and the wider world in general. Why is optimism important professionally? Well, if you believe you can or you can't, you're probably right. So optimism predicts our tendency to try things, and if you don't try, we can't succeed. Optimism also predicts our tendency to build relationships. We're not going to take the time and effort to build relationships with our employees, with our fellow work colleagues, or sometimes even with clients if we don't believe that they're going to lead to good outcomes. A second important aspect of a positive attitude might be gratitude. Why is gratitude so important? Well, gratitude is very much associated with our overall happiness. And well, nobody likes to be around the misery guts. So if you're someone who always sees the empty half of the glass or what they've missed out on rather than what they have to be thankful for, keep that in mind. Focusing on what's wrong all the time brings other people down, and if people don't like being around you, then it's very difficult to do business or build productive relationships. Third aspect of what I think might be a positive attitude is being values focused, or focusing on what's important rather than reacting to how we feel in a situation. We all get nervous, we feel tired, bored and frustrated in our day-to-day, and sometimes in our interpersonal interactions. This is where values can be very important because they can help guide our actions in tricky situations. So, for example, rather than focus on the fact I'm frustrated with a member of my team's performance, I can focus on what's most important in the situation, such as getting a positive result, or getting the team member performing again through support or challenging them. Once we set goals around what's important, then we can start to do something about the problem, rather than using our energy to be angry or resentful. To wrap up, I just want to make the point that having a positive attitude is not about assuming everything will be okay or that everything will be grand, especially when things are tough. And this is what I call being mindlessly positive, and this can be annoying but also unhelpful. So when people try and brush problems under the table, it can be frustrating and sometimes detrimental, because if everything is grand, it means we don't have to do anything about the problem. We can contrast this to being optimistic, to being grateful, or to being values focused. And these are aspects of a positive attitude that mean you feel more motivated, you build better relationships, and you navigate tricky situations better, i.e. they lead to action. And this can only be useful in terms of your work performance and your professional and personal relationships. So the next time you're in a tricky situation, ask yourself, do I have an attitude problem?